Right, guys, seriously? Where's this been all year? This is brilliant. Winning on a regular basis, third in the division. If we have to get a decent starting rotation, we're going to be dangerous. But today's not about that. Today is about who owns this city. So let's get out there. Let's show these pretty little boys in their clean white socks that Chicago is owned by the Cubs.
Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. Today it is Chicago pride on the line. We face the White Sox for Chicago supremacy. And, well, if we go and have a quick look at how things have been going here, it's been going really, really well. Now, it's too late for the postseason. It's too late even to get to 500, I think. But we have won 16 of 24, which is obviously huge. And we've done it without, more or less, a starting rotation. Now, let's go and start by having a look at the fixtures and how we have done. You'll notice we have lost Dansby Swanson again for a little bit of time, and Talon as well. He has a knock, a very minor knock, and I put him on the DL for 60 days. It just gets him out of my hair for the rest of the season, and we can try and deal with him in the offseason. So apparently there's no limit to it. You can just put him on 60 days. So I'm going to try and injure these pitchers and just refuse to go down to AAA and just put him on the injured list. The best thing about that is I can then put him on the on rehab for a month, so I get rid of him for 3 months. It's brilliant. You don't want to pee me off. You do not want to do that, because I will find a way to have my revenge in this life or the next. All right, enough gladiator quotes. Let's have a quick look here. Now, we left off, of course, with the snatching defeat from the jaws of victory there. We then lost game 2. We did manage to win game 3, though, which was good. But look at this for a week. We won every game for a week, which has never been seen before. So that was brilliant. We swept the Nationals. We swept the Cardinals. Actually, we didn't sweep them. We won all this week, and then actually there was supposed to be a game 4, but it got cancelled. Don't know what happened here. Really don't. Actually, no, that's a lie. I do know what happened here. Let's go and have a look at the hitting first of all, and you can see that, I mean, we didn't hit that bad, to be honest. We had 11 hits, 4 runs. There's days where that would be enough to win your game of baseball, but that would not be days when you have Hendricks, Talon on the mound, 12 runs given up between them in 4.1 inning. That is $28 million worth of pitcher that we have there. 28 million. You did hear that correctly. Absolutely atrocious. So, yeah, that was that one. Then it just started to go back the other way momentarily. We went to the White Sox. They won 2 games that we played there. We went down to St. Louis. We won 2 of 4, so we split that series with them. And that was obviously a little bit disappointing. Cincinnati, we can see here we won game 1 of a series. We switch over to August, and we went and swept them. So absolutely brilliant. That was amazing to see. Atlanta. Now, Atlanta are a good team, aren't they? 2 extra innings loss and then a 4-2 loss to get swept in a series that really we deserved at least 1 win in, I would say. But we went to New York and we swept the Mets, so we'll take that, including in game 2 here. We haven't had many grand slams this season, but we had one in the 4th, a 7-run 4th for the Cubs. And if we go down here, you will see that it was Cabrera, the lesser spotted Cabrera leading off, that got his only hit of the game. And it was a grand slam, so that was good to see. And if we go down and have a look at the pitches, you can see there Hendricks having a better day this time, but still not great, is it? I don't know what it is. Every series I seem to get stuck with these highly paid morons. We went to Toronto and we won 2 of 3. Really good result there. Now, game 1 of the series here against the White Sox, we've lost, so I say today's for supremacy. They've won 3 of 3 against us. It would be really the least we could do to win one of the games off them, but last game's the one that matters, isn't it? We get the bragging rights for the rest of the season if we win this one, and that is very much what we're trying to do. Now, if we look at the overall standings, and like I say, we are 3rd in the division now, so that's good. You'd rather be 3rd than 4th, and you'd probably rather be 2nd than 3rd, wouldn't you? But we'll, you know, we're 7 games back. It's a little bit of an ask. I don't think we can get to 2nd. We look at the wild card, 10.5 games back of that. I mean, even the run that we're on, it's still not going to be enough to get us back into the wild card hunt. I would be very, very surprised. In terms of league leaders, we still don't really have anybody, which is fine. We're sort of at this point just trying to build for next season and see what we can do anyway. Now, speaking of players, so first things first, Chris Clark absolutely smashing it as a starting pitcher. He was in the bullpen. He's been in the bullpen for most of the year. I think he came back from injury. We gave him a chance in the starting rotation, and just absolutely brilliant. Sands and Steele have been good to solid. So I'm happy with both of them for next year. I think we're looking at 3 of our 4 there. Stroman has got another year left. He's done not bad enough to want to absolutely 100% get rid of him. So I think unless we can I'll still try and get rid of him, but I'm not going to eat a contract to try and move him on. I think Hendricks, though, I definitely want to try and get rid of. Assad has come back in. Now, he was doing really, really well at the start of the season, but what happened with Talon coming back in, he was the easiest to drop because he had option years and was willing to go. But with Talon off on retreat for the next 6 months, we've been able to bring him back in, so that is good news. And yeah, that is, I think, the only change that we've made to the pitching. But yeah, you can see it's a little bit hot and cold. Vargas, his couple of starts have inflated his average there, earned run average, but for the most part, it's not terrible. There's definitely some weaknesses that are getting exploited, though, to the maximum. And if we look at the hitting side of things, then again, it's not going too badly. The one change that was made with the Swanson injury was Mervis coming back in. He's just being a little bit disappointing. There's no real way around saying that. I think the star, definitely, Edwin Rios has just been the surprise packet. I wasn't expecting much to anything of him, and he's more or less leading our attack, which, I mean, isn't saying much considering 63 RBIs, but 21 home runs. He's really done a good job. Nobody else, I mean, Horner's been good, you'd say, nothing more than that. We're just really, really struggling with the bat a little bit right now. So, I mean, even Seiya Suzuki, I think we were all expecting big things. On-base percentage under 300 is just not good enough, is it? So, yeah, it's all a little bit disappointing, but, you know, we live on for next season. And the one other little bit of housekeeping to do is, unfortunately, Bryce Eldridge didn't sign with us, so we will have a go to sign him again next season. I mean, as I said before, I think I want his bat more than his pitching arm, to be honest. I just want that bat. It's somewhere in our organization. But he's only 18, so, I mean, if I was 18 and someone offered me $1.8 million, I would just snap their arm off. But then again, I don't have a bat like that, do I? So there we go. Anyway, guys, let's go and have a look at the lineups as we prepare to face the Chicago White Sox. On your feet, Cubs fans, as the battle for Chicago is about to begin. At first base, it's Edwin Rios. At second base, it's Nick Madrigal. At third base, it's Josh Rojas. At shortstop, it's Nico Horner. In left field tonight, it's Jared Kalanick. In center field, it's Cody Bellinger. In right field, it's Seiya Suzuki. The center hitter tonight is Trey Mancini. Behind the plate, it's Yan Gold. And tonight's starting pitcher is Cole Van. Wow, we just don't do well in matchups, do we? So Nico Horner leads us off at shortstop, Madrigal bats second at second, Rojas bats third at third, and Rios will clean up the first baseman. Mancini designated hitter, he bats 5, Kalanick in left field bats 6, Seiya Suzuki in right field, and the slump bats 7, Bellinger in center field, and really on fire, as the flame would suggest lately, he's in center field batting 8. Jan, I was told it was Gomes. I'm going to politely disagree that he is pronouncing his name correctly and stick with Gomez. Now, maybe I'm wrong, because it should have a Z if it's Gomez, shouldn't it? But if I call him Gomez, that is why. Cole Sands on the mound for us today. He has an 0-1 record with a 12 ERA against them this season, so let's hope that improves. We're up against Connor Menez. He has a 2-6 record, an ERA of 6.20, so although the pitching matchup says it goes to them, the match stats maybe take away the game we had against the White Sox previously, but it does suggest that that Cole Sands could be the better arm here. All right, welcome to Wrigley. Let's get this show on the road here. Now, I apologize, the sound has been a little bit off the previous 2 episodes this week. I did have some issues, obviously. I think I've just about fixed them. I'm really hoping this time it does. I've done heaps of testing to try and make sure that it's all cleared up. But yeah, hopefully it will be, and it's not going to get really loud later on in the game. But we start with a ground out. In comes Louis Robert for them now, batting .251. I'd have to say a massive thank you to a new Patreon as well, or actually a returning Patreon. Oh dear. While we watch Robert track around the bases. Whims of Mim, thank you so much, mate. As I said, a returning Patreon after the pandemic, which was difficult for everybody. But yeah, massively appreciate that. As I've said many times before, if you're able to and you enjoy the content, there's a link to the Patreon down in the description. There's also the join for the memberships, but it's not expected by any means. Just keep watching the ads, which is arguably the biggest sacrifice. They are terrible. Oh, that's another home run. Well, Cole Sayers isn't having a great start here, is he? But yeah, the acting in those mobile gaming ads that just seem to run everything on YouTube right now. It's horrible. It's horrible acting. And if anybody from YouTube is watching and cares, please put on better ads. I mean, I don't want Super Bowl halftime ads, but just something that is. I mean, because I do it as well. You know, you try to watch ads to you know, support the person that's put time into the video, and it's so difficult. It really, really is. Anyway, 2 home runs, 2 walks, and we get out of that just the 2 runs down. Nico Horner will lead us off, batting .280 this season. It is a 1-1 pitch. I should say 2 MVP nominations. There's not many to choose. You're going to do well to nominate an MVP this season, but yeah, we'll start to get that list together. If you are new to the channel for this series, obviously welcome. We have an end of season award ceremony at the end of the season, obviously, which is the obvious place to have an end of season awards. And our MVP for the season is voted on by you. So, is that a walk? It is a walk. So yeah, if you want to nominate who you think has been our MVP, it doesn't have to be just one player. You can nominate as many as you like, as we're picked off at first. Unbelievable. Yeah, you can nominate as many as you like, and then we'll have a poll. We'll vote, and obviously you can only vote once we get a list of nominations. But yeah, that's another hit for them. Oh, this is not looking good, is it? Maybe we're just giving him a false sense of security. Hesley is going to come in and bat. He strikes out. That's more like it. 1 down, 1 on for Tim Anderson, who is 0 for 1 today. It was all going so well when he grounded out for the first out of the game, wasn't it? And runners will be at first and second now with 1 away. In comes Robert, who popped one over the left field fence last time up. Oh, there you go, have some of that. Not the smartest thing to do with 2 already on base and 1 out, but sometimes you've just got to hit somebody, don't you? Alright, it's Vaughn. He is 0 for 1. Oh, thought if we walk in the run there, I could, you know when you can feel like a bit of a temper tantrum coming on? Colas, who popped one over the right field fence last time up. Don't hit him as well. That's more like it. There you go. Happiness is the best revenge, Cole. And we go to the bottom of the second. Rios to lead us off, batting .287 this season. And he has, this season, got his 100th career RBI since we saw him last. So that's excellent news. In comes Trey Mancini now. And gets away from the catcher. There we go. For as bad as those first 2 innings have been, we are only 2 runs down. A swing of the bat away and we could be level here. Come on, Trey. Mancini! They're going to have the legs. Oh, Rob! That looked good off the bat. Oh, so unlucky. Kalinic now 1 out, runner at second. Kalinic is batting .228 this season. Kalinic slices it into left field. That'll be 2 away. Rios still stranded at second. And it's Seiya Suzuki batting .222 and has been nothing short than a massive disappointment. And Seiya Suzuki pops it up into centre field, and that will do it. From the highs of briefly thinking that Mancini had tied it up, Moncada will lead them off. He must have walked last time up. A full count this time. And that is into deep left field again. And it's gone. 3 home runs, and the White Sox have a 3-run lead. And I'd like to see how close that was to being a foul ball, to be honest. But it doesn't really matter. It's been given. Gavin Sheets. A 1-1 pitch on him. And that is into right field and will drop in front of Kalinic. Or is it Suzuki out there? No, it's Suzuki out there now, isn't it? So 1 on, none out for Grandel, who is 0 for 1. There's a strikeout. That is 1 away. Elvis Ostris comes in now. He is 1 for 1 today. He's 1 for 2 now as he watches strike 3. And in will come Hasley, who is 0 for 2 as he watches strike 3 as well. It's hard to say that Cole Sands has been terrible, but he's definitely given up 3 home runs. We've got Bellinger now batting .240, but just been real like MVP sort of good the last let's say month, not even quite that long, as that is into right field from, was it Gomes, I think? Gomes has got his 100th hit for the Cubs recently. but doesn't add to that there. Horner with 1 on, 1 out. Horner gets it down into right field. And is Bellinger going to go for third? Is he going to get to third? He is, easily. Alright, and suddenly runners at the corners. Madrigal, who is 0 for 1. Now, he doesn't have much power, so he's not going to tie the game. In fact, he might have just ended the inning. God damn it. And Bellinger, why aren't you going home on that one, man? Oh. If you haven't picked up, we didn't do anything trade deadline day. Though it does have... the trade deadline day on the... I can see what they're trying to do, but it's like every 4 minutes, like actual 4 minutes in real time. I just kind of skipped it. And someone offered us a really good player, like young prospect for Madrigal, and I just wish I'd taken the time, because I definitely would have done that trade. Assad will come in. So it's only 3.2 inning of work for Cole Sands. Gave up 3 earned runs, so it's not great. But we'll get a chance to see what Assad can do as he starts with a ground out to the third baseman. So let's see. Again, it's only 3 runs. We are in this. Rojas walked last time around, I believe. He hits that into right field. It's going to drop in. And Josh Rojas has a leadoff single. Edwin Rios now, who walked, I think, last time around as well. A 1-2 pitch. Rios goes after one that looked like a little high and outside. 1 on, 1 out now for Mancini, who I thought had given us the lead. Didn't think at this time. He strikes out. 2 down for Kalinic, who is 0 for 1. Kalinic grounds it to the shortstop, and that will do it for the 4th. There are times when our bats aren't on, which is usually for YouTube. We just look horrible, don't we? I do think that there is a decent, as they start off with a leadoff single. There's sort of the makings of a decent hitting lineup there, I think. It's just, I don't know if it's a little bit too soon for us. We need to, just improve a little bit. Can we get the runner at second? Oh, I thought for a second there we were, but no. It's runner at second now. 1-2 pitch. Assad notches up a strikeout. 1 away. Gavin Sheets now, who is 1 for 1. An 0-2. And another strikeout. They certainly get a lot of strikeouts, don't they? There's a lot of power in their lineup. So I wonder if that's sort of what you associate sometimes the Yankees with, is just having 9 guys who can put the ball over the fence, and I guess eventually someone will do it, and that's what they've done here, isn't it? They're 3-0 up. That will be caught out there by Bellinger. It'll end the 5th, but we are still 3-0 down. And Seiya Suzuki, 0 for 1, will come back up. A first pitch swing. Suzuki grounds it to the shortstop. When is he going to come out of this slump? I mean, you just don't expect him to bat 220, do you? Maybe you do. Bellinger. He walked last time up, didn't he? 0-1 pitch. Bellinger into left field, but catching practice. 2 away. And it will bring up Gomes, who is 0 for 1. An 0-2 pitch. Doesn't usually end well. And it doesn't, as he strikes out. And we will go to the 6th. We need 3 runs. We've had 2 hits all game. Andrus comes up, 1 for 2. It's a 2-2 pitch. And that is into left field. Kalinic is there, but can only field it on the hop. It is a single. And Hasley will come in to face Assad. Now he is 0 for 2. A 1-2 pitch. And another strikeout for Assad. I wonder if he could be he doesn't really have enough stuff, movement, etc. to be a starter, does he? Tim Anderson comes in. Full count. And it's just a little blumper in front of the plate, but it's far enough away to get there. So 1 out, 2 on for Robert, who is 1 for 2. That one, of course, landed in the left field fans. Full count. And that could be a double play. 1, 2. And that'll do it for the top of the 6th. Excellent, excellent stuff. Alright, can we bat? Nico Horner will lead us off, 1 for 2 tonight. It's a 1-2 pitch. Horner, oh, he just couldn't quite get it through into the right field this time around. So that is 1 away. Madrigal, I think he into a double play last time up, didn't he? This time, pops it up into right field. That'll be 2 away. Oh, I think, yeah. I mean, we do have a couple of prospects that are coming in. Is it Triatos, who we had at the Tigers? Never really came off for us there, but he is looking quite good here. Now, Cody Hoyer is a little bit of a new name. ERA of 3.47 this season. Again, he's another one of these guys that started the season off injured. And he starts off his outing today with a walk. Collis will come up. 2 for 3 with a home run. And I think he stole a base last time as well, didn't he? That should be caught by Bellinger out there in center field. Runner will stay at first. Moncada will come in. 1-1. Popped up again. Kalanick is there. Yeah, so if I sort of start and look at what we can do for next season, I think we can improve on Madrigal. I'm undecided what to do with Bellinger, because he is a pretty solid centre fielder. He still has a year left anyway, so I don't think I necessarily want to trade him. I mean, if you look at our outfield defensively there, it's quite good. And with the bat, certainly Kalanick and Suzuki, I think you'd expect more than what we've got this year from them. As we now have loaded bases with 2 out, and Andrus at the plate, who is 2 for 3. I mean, this could be the game, couldn't it, in the 7th? An 0-1 pitch, and it is going to... Oh, did Bellinger make the catch? He did! Oh, Bellinger! Let's have a stretch, and let's watch the replay of that one. All right, Edwin Rios, welcome back. Edwin Rios to lead us off. He is 0 for 1 today. Menez is still on the mound for them, and you've got to say, as we see so often, a pitcher that looked, certainly off of his stats, as though he wasn't going to do this to us, is doing this to us. Have we won a game on YouTube yet this season? I don't know that we have we? Kalanick goes for a bunt and misses. Mate, if you've got 55 power, why don't you try using that? There you go, well, at least you tried. That'll do it for the 7th. Because we lost opening day, Carlos Vargas, it would be nice to see him not starting a game and see what he can do here. 1-0 pitch on Hasley. And that is into right field, and we'll drop in for a hit. But yeah, I mean, you think with Vargas, his ERA is 5.32. Now, he was a lot higher than that after a couple of starts that didn't really work out. That could be a double play. This is what he does, isn't it? Ridiculous movement, and, you know, we've got that good middle infield, although we're down to Swanson for this one. 1-2 pitch, and yeah, there we go. I like him. I like him. He's going to be with us as long as I can keep him, I think. But we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. There's still only 3 runs in it. Matt Menning comes on to pitch. Did we have him at the Tigers, or was he just at the Tigers when we got there? Anyway, it's a 2-2 pitch. Let's see if we can get into their bullpen. Not like that, we can't, as Suzuki strikes out. Bellinger, who's 0 for 1. A 1-0 pitch. Bellinger, no, that is straight up. And if we're going to do it, it's going to come down to Gomes and then the 9th, because I don't think Gomes is doing much, if I'm honest. He is 0 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. And Gomes into centre field. If you're wondering about Amaya, he just needed did he need a rest, or was there an issue? I think recently Gomes had actually done a little bit better at the plate, so that's why he is starting. But this is... I mean, as much as you can have a 3-0 thrashing, this is a 3-0 thrashing, isn't it? Because they have more runs than we have hits. We haven't even had that many walks. Not even like we can cling to that. There's a good one for Collis to sit down. Excellent work. 2 down, Moncada to the plate. His only hit was a home run. And he's popped that up into left field. So that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. And we need a miracle, essentially, with Chicago Pride on the line. Ronaldo Lopez will come on for them. Horners at the plate. It is an 0-2 pitch, which doesn't look like it's going to end well for us, does it? Come on, Nico. No, he gets tied in a knot. 1 away. Madrigal, who is 0 for 3, including hitting into a double play. And he gets a good jump out of the box, and he gets there. All right, Madrigal giving us ever so small amounts of hope. Josh Rojas, who is 1 for 2. A 1-1 pitch. Rojas pops it up. If he could have got on base with Rios to come, then maybe there was something there. Here we go. We're down to our final out. It's Rios. He is 0 for 2. Think of Chicago. Oh, Rios! He did think of Chicago, and it's 3-2. There we go, Rios with another home run, 435 feet. And, well, we couldn't, could we? It's Mancini coming up. He is 0 for 3. I thought he tied the game back in the whatever inning it was. Could he do it in the 9th? It's a 2-2 pitch. Oh, he misses it, and we've lost. We deserve to lose, but still. It's the hope that kills you, isn't it? So there we go, a 3-2 thrashing, and it really was a thrashing, wasn't it? But Edwin Rios just does it again. What a star he has been for us this season. I don't want to influence MVP voting by any means, but I don't know who else you'd vote for, to be honest. honest. But anyway, make sure you leave me your comments down in the description, and we will probably have to vote next time. It's one of these, I don't really see a sense in dragging out the season any longer than we have to, so we will probably just come back for the final game of the season against... We don't play Milwaukee again. They're going to beat us as well, aren't they? But yeah, like I say, there's no point drawing this out, so we'll come back for the game against Milwaukee, and hopefully we win that, or else it might well be a season without a win on YouTube, and I don't think we've ever done that before. Until then, take care.